everyone, my name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some books that I am very excited to talk about because these books are 5 books that I want to read right now. 5 books that if I sit down and just could read 5 books in a row straight and just not have any responsibilities, these 5 books would be those books. I'm very excited to chat about them. I'm very excited to talk about them. The romantasy, contemporary, hockey, everything in between. Before we dive into all of the books that I want to read like right now, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Meghan Quinn. So Meghan Quinn had a brand new release this month. It's called The Reason I Married Him. And yes, this is a marriage of convenience romance where Wyatt and Aubrey decide to get together. Well, technically Wyatt asked Aubrey to marry him and she just went along with it. So Aubrey and Wyatt both need to get married for different reasons. Aubrey wanted the farmland that Wyatt currently owns, and Wyatt had to get married so he could inherit the family cabin from his grandfather's will. So they both get something out of this marriage of convenience, which is always fun, but it makes it even better because they are enemies to lovers in this book. Meghan Quinn really knows how to write a laugh out loud romance where the banter is absolutely amazing between the characters and any other characters that is in these books. I really love her writing and the way that she can just like make me giggle out loud while I'm reading this book. Not many authors can do that. Because this is a marriage of convenience, they also have to make everyone believe that they're actually in love, and that means holding hands, cute little kisses, going on dates together. There is even the one bed trope in here, which is always fun when like 2 people who are trying hard to not fall for each other are forced into one bed together, because then they're forced to acknowledge their feelings that was like just a little bit there at the beginning, you know what I mean? And if you're looking for the whole she's mine, you're mine kind of hero, Wyatt is definitely that. So, like I said, this is Meghan Quinn's brand new release, The Reason I Married Him. You can pick up this book in Kindle Unlimited. You can pick up the audiobook, ebook, physical book, however you read. It's all available. I will have the link in the description box below for you guys. So let me know if you're going to pick up this book. I really love this cover. Super cute, but don't let this cover fool you. This is a spicy read. So thank you to Meghan Quinn for sponsoring this video. Now to dive into all the books that I want to read right now. I don't know if this has been done before. I just wanted to sit down and talk about 5 books that I literally just, I want to pick them all up at one time, but most of them are romantasy. So the first one is one that's actually on my February TBR, and that is The Crown of Oaths and Curses by Jay Bree. So this is Jay Bree's, I think like start of a new series, first book in a new series. I don't know the series title. Oh, the Mortal Fates series. The second book I think is coming out in April. The cover was just released and everyone was sharing it, and I had no idea what it was because I didn't read this book yet. But I've been just like so intimidated because this book is so thick. It's like 650 pages. And I've been reading a lot of long romantasy books, so I have to spread them out so I don't get like overwhelmed or just like they all feel the same. You know what I mean? I like each romantasy book I read to have its own moment, so I don't like compare it to the previous one, which happened in February, technically at the middle of February. But it says, I devoted my life to a king who was not my own. On the road to ultimate honor and glory, I lost everything. And now in a world ravaged by the whims of those who rule, I must turn my back on a lifetime of friendships and loyalties to face my own fate. The savage prince, heir to the high fae throne of the southern lands. He's known for his brutality and cold heart, but with the kingdom on the brink of ruin, I have no choice but to seek him out. The war between the fae and the witches rages, and there's no end in sight. My destiny is clear. Help the prince defeat his enemies before it's too late. One small problem. Rook's Bane, Evening Star. The favorite child returned, a witch of the woods. The greatest enemy of my fate's blessed mate. Oh my god, I didn't realize that there were mates in this book. I am very excited. I heard that this is not wide choose at all. It's like a male, female, whatever. I heard that this is not wide choose, which I did not particularly like the Bonza Tie series by Jay Bree, so I'm willing to give this a try. I have this sitting on my Kindle. It's in Kindle Unlimited, but I wanted to own this cover because I actually think it's really pretty. Now that I see her and I saw the next book, which I'm assuming is the hero, like I want both of them. So I do plan to read this before the end of February. I hope that I actually accomplish that, but this is one that's very high on my TBR. The next one is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. So yes, I was sent this book by Book of the Month, and I actually did not pick this book up when I got it from Book of the Month. My library hold for the audiobook is about to come in. I'm like less than 2 weeks away. So I'm very excited to physically read this and listen to the audiobook. I really don't know other than this being an enemies to lovers, I can't tell if this is YA or adult. I'm assuming it's adult. But it says enemies to lovers doesn't get more high stakes than a witch and a witch hunter falling in love. So this is a romantic fantasy. So I always love it when it's like two opposite I don't want to say species, but like just like a witch versus a witch hunter, a fae versus a witch, which this is, you see what I did there? Which is exactly what A Crown of Oaths and Curses is and this. So as you could tell, I'm in the mood for like that enemies to lovers thing. But this is another one that I'm very excited to pick up because I've never read anything by Kristen Ciccarelli. So I want to see if this is something that I would enjoy, if her writing is something I would enjoy, and if she becomes an author I want to pick up. The last romantasy I have to talk about is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. So my audiobook and the ebook just came in from my library. So if you know me, I like to physically read along and listen to an audiobook, specifically with romantasy or fanro, because I just feel like I retain it better. Now, I'm very excited to have this copy, but this is a chunker of a book, okay? This is a huge book. It's like 600 pages, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's 500 pages, 550 pages. So it's big. It's a very big book. This, I think, is also an enemies to lovers romance, but this is a standalone romantic fantasy. It's set in her fan favorite Kingdom of the Wicked World, about a dark prince battling an impossible curse and the artist who might be the only one can set him free. So I had tried to read Kingdom of the Wicked and I did not like that book, mostly because that was YA and I just did not. I thought it was over the top. It wasn't for me. So I have a feeling I'm going to like her adult romance better, specifically adult romantasy. I'm hoping. So I do have the ebook and audio that literally just came in from the library this week. So I do hope to read this soon. I'm going to put this on my March TBR. I think I'm going to hold off on reading this one until March because I know that my loans are not due back until like the middle of March. So I'm very excited. For this one too, because this is one of those ones where I'm like, this is going to make or break it for me if I continue reading and picking up Carrie Maniscalco, which I always get excited about because I like to give them like another chance. You know what I mean? Like authors that haven't always vibed with, you know what I mean? So the next book that I am like just dying to read right now is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys, or Ruta Sepetys? Sepetys. I don't know how to say her last name. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways, but this is a historical fiction book. So in the middle of February, towards the end of February, you guys will see in my wrap up, I read The Woman by Kristen Hanna. That book really blew me away and it really made me remember why I love historical fiction so much. So if you've been around from literally the beginning of my channel, you guys know that I used to read historical fiction at least once a month, sometimes 2 a month. And in 2023, I think I read none. And so it was one of my goals to read more historical fiction this year, specifically from books that have been on my shelf. And this one has been on my shelf for a while. Now, I heard my friend Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings talk about this book, and she said this was one of her favorite books of 2023. And that is stuck in my mind, and I really just want to read it because I read Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, I think back in like 2020. I sobbed reading that book, okay? Like completely sobbed, and apparently this says the forgotten tragedy that was 6 times deadlier than the Titanic, and that comes from Time, like Time magazine. So yeah, a lot of, oh my God, just so many people blurbed this, like the New York Times blurbed this, the Wall Street Journal, Entertainment Weekly, so I just know that Ruta Sepetys is going to give me an amazing fucking book because like I still remember Between Shades of Grey vividly since I've read that book. And I have a feeling this is going to be like one of those books that it's going to sit with me for a while. So very excited about this. I absolutely love her writing and I cannot wait to dive into this one. If you've read it, let me know. If you've read this book, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. And the last book that I want to read is a hockey romance. I am currently reading a hockey romance right now, and I'm just now in the mood for them. I don't know what it is, but sometimes my, mood will change, and I'm in the mood for hockey. And one that has been on my TBR for I don't know how long, since I've had it since December, since it came out, is Sticks and Stones by S. Mastery and S.J. Silvis. I love S.J. Silvis. I love her hockey series that she has. I've read both books in that series that are out. So this is actually a college hockey romance where she's my best friend's foster sister. Always love a little taboo of forbiddenness. So apparently when he shows up at Shadow Valley, Ren Davis is his new roommate, which is always fun that they're forced together that way. So apparently they're enemies. She gets under his skin, which is always fun. And she's a firecracker. Apparently she's a super fierce heroine. So I do want to read this one. I do like the formatting of the inside of this book, but I do have this on Kindle Unlimited. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. I was just gifted the physical copy for Christmas. So I'm very excited to read this hockey romance. Like I said, if I could pick up all 5 of these books at the same time right now, I could. I mean, technically I could pick up the hockey historical fiction and one of the romantasy at the same time because they're different genres. I give myself that, but I can't read 3 books at once right now. I wish I could. I can't. But you can let me know in the comments down below some books that you were just dying to pick up that you could read right now. Once again, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Meghan Quinn. Make sure you pick up The Reason I Married Him, which is a marriage of convenience, spicy, funny, laugh out loud romance, guaranteed an HEA. I'll have this linked in the description box below. But once again, thank you to Meghan Quinn for sponsoring this video. For the emoji, drop me a butterfly emoji. Yeah, drop me a butterfly emoji because spring is like right around the corner here where I live and I'm very ready for it. So yeah, drop me a butterfly in the comments down below if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content for me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.